Charles, Prince of Wales, is the heir apparent to the British throne and the eldest son of Elizabeth II. He has been Duke of Cornwall and Duke of Rothesay since 1952, and he is the oldest and longest serving heir apparent to the British throne. As the Prince of Wales, Charles undertakes official duties on behalf of the Queen and the Commonwealth realms. Charles founded the Prince's Trust in 1976, sponsors the Prince's charities, and is a patron, president, or member of over 400 charities and organisations. As an environmentalist, he raises awareness of organic farming and climate change, which has earned him awards and recognition from environmental groups. His full name is Charles Philip Arthur George, otherwise known as Charles, Prince of Wales, or Prince Charles. At the time of this production, he is 71 years old and was born on November 14th, 1948, in Buckingham Palace, London, England. He stands at 1.78 metres tall, or 5 feet 10 inches. From his youth until 1992, Prince Charles was an avid player of competitive polo. He continued to play informally, including for charity, until 2005. Charles also frequently took part in fox hunting until the sport was banned in the United Kingdom in 2005. Charles has been a keen salmon angler since youth and supports efforts to protect the North Atlantic salmon. He frequently fishes in the River Dee in Aberdeenshire, Scotland, while he claims his most special angling memories are from his time in Iceland. Charles is a supporter of the Burnley Football Club. The Prince's Charities is an umbrella group of 14 charitable organisations, of which he is president. According to his press materials, he founded 13 of them himself. If the Queen is busy and can't meet some foreign dignitary or another, Prince Charles is your man. A big part of the royal life is visiting. Just visiting, showing up and waving. Last year, Charles and Camilla made appearances in more than 75 British and Northern Irish towns and cities. According to recent reports, Charles pays out £1 million a year to support his 2 adult sons, Prince William and Harry, and their dependents and staff. Neither makes enough to support the kind of travel and living that royalty requires. Prince Charles is, as we've mentioned, legitimately passionate about a matter of ecological concerns. He's even written 2 books about the subject, Harmony, A New Way of Looking at the World, which describes itself in the same vein as An Unconventional Truth, and On the Future of Food, taken from his keynote speech at the Future of Food conference at Georgetown University in 2011. Charles is a keen watercolour artist with a good eye for scene, colouring, and of course, making money. Limited edition lithographs of his paintings can be bought from his Highgrove shop for around £2,500. On September 9, 2015, Queen Elizabeth II became the longest reigning British monarch, beating the record held by Queen Victoria. But Prince Charles, now 67, made his own record back in April 2011 when he became the longest serving heir to the throne in British history. In 1975, Prince Charles became a member of the Magic Circle, a society of stage musicians founded in London in 1905, after passing his audition with a cup and balls trick. The actual cup and balls are on display at the Magic Circle's museum in London. In his youth, Charles was amorously linked to a number of women. Charles's girlfriends include Georgina Russell, the daughter of Sir John Russell, who was a British ambassador to Spain, Lady Jane Wellesley, the daughter of the 8th Duke of Wellington, Davina Sheffield, Lady Sarah Spencer, and Camilla Shrand, who later became his second wife and the Duchess of Cornwall. Charles first met Lady Diana Spencer in 1977 whilst he was visiting her home, Althorpe. He was the companion of her elder sister Sarah, and did not consider Diana romantically until mid-1980. Prince Charles proposed to Diana in February 1981. She accepted and they married in St Paul's Cathedral on July 29th of that year in a very public wedding. They divorced in 1996 after she accused him of having an affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. She died about 1 year later when a car she was in crashed after attempting to evade paparazzi photographers. The couple had lived at Kensington Palace and at Highgrove House near Tetbury and had 2 children, Prince William and Henry, known as Harry. Charles set a precedent by being the first royal father to be present at his children's births. Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles started seeing each other while he was still married to Princess Diana, probably around 1989. The two quietly saw each other in the years after Diana's death, before marrying in 2005. Charles was born at Buckingham Palace in London during the reign of his maternal grandfather, George VI, on November 14, 1948. At 9:14 p.m, the first child of Princess Elizabeth, Duchess of Edinburgh, and Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, and the first grandchild of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. He was baptised in the palace's music room by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Geoffrey Fisher, on December 15, 1948. The death of his grandfather and the ascension of his mother as Queen Elizabeth II in 1952 made Charles the heir apparent. As the monarch's eldest son, he automatically took the titles of Duke of Cornwall, Duke of Rothesay, Earl of Carrick, Baron of Renfrew, Lord of the Isle, and Prince and Great Steward of Scotland. Charles served in the Royal Navy and Air Force, and attended the Air Force College in Cranwell, training as a jet pilot. He then attended the Royal Naval College, Dartmouth for a 6-week training course. After that, he served on HMS Norfolk, HMS Minerva, and HMS Jupiter. He also joined the 854 Naval Air Squadron and has operated the HMS Hermes and took command of the HMS Bronington. He is qualified to fly Chipmunk Basic Pilot Trainer, a Harrier T Mark IV V-STOL fighter jet, and several other aircrafts. According to British royal law, the eldest child of the reigning monarch inherits possession of the Duchy of Cornwall. This title is essentially a large real estate portfolio that allows the prince to have a substantial income. The duchy was established in 1337 by Edward III to provide income for the heir apparent. If Charles becomes king someday, his son Prince William will automatically become the Prince of Wales and a beneficiary of the Cornwall Trust. When William becomes king, his son George will inherit the trust, and so on. The UK government considers the trust a crown body, which therefore means its income cannot be taxed. The tax-exempt status has been challenged several times, and as a result, Prince Charles has voluntarily paid taxes on the income since 1993. He voluntarily paid a 50% tax rate on the income for about a decade. He started paying 25% when he got married in 1991. From 1993 to the present, he has paid the standard UK income tax rate each year. The duchy owns 133,000 acres of land in the UK, over 23 counties. The land is used for farming, residential housing, and commercial real estate. As of 2019, the estimated value of the land is $1.1 billion. In a typical year, the trust produces a little over $20 million in income. In some years, the income has topped $30 million. Charles uses the funds to provide a salary for his wife and children. Prince Charles's net worth is $100 million. Clarence House is a British royal residence on the Mall in the city of Westminster, London. From 1953 until 2002, it was the home of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. It has since been the official residence of Charles, Prince of Wales, and his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. Probably the most famous car to be driven by Charles is the Aston Martin DB6, which was given to him by his parents on his 21st birthday. Charles also has an Audi A8 limousine. A Jaguar XJ, and a 1994 Aston Martin Virage Volante.